Story: The Guardian of Ever Hollow. Deep in the embrace of the ancient forest of Lyrel, hidden beneath a canopy so thick that sunlight filtered through in emerald hues, lay the village of Ever Hollow. Few outside the forest knew of its existence, and those who stumbled upon it often described it as a place untouched by time. The villagers lived simple lives, their wooden homes blending seamlessly with the towering oaks and silver birches. Every morning, the air hummed with the sounds of nature, birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the distant murmur of the river that wound its way through the heart of the forest. But Ever Hollow had a secret. In the center of the village stood the elder tree, a tree so vast and ancient that its roots formed archways and its branches reached the clouds. Its bark shimmered faintly, as though touched by moonlight, even in the day. The villagers believed the tree was alive, not just in the way all trees were, but truly alive, with thoughts and memories of its own. Legends said the elder tree protected the village, but it demanded something in return: silence after dusk. No one spoke a word or played music once the sun set. Instead, they communicated in whispers or gestures, their lives moving in harmony with the tree's unseen will. One autumn evening, a boy named Rin decided to test the legend. Curious and bold, he tiptoed to the base of the elder tree, carrying his wooden flute. He had always wondered if the tree truly cared about their silence, or if it was merely an old superstition. Rin sat by the roots and began to play a soft, lilting tune. The melody wove through the night, sweet and haunting. For a moment, nothing happened, and Rin smiled, convinced the stories were just tales to frighten children. Then, the forest changed. The wind stilled, and the usual chorus of nocturnal creatures fell silent. The shimmering bark of the elder tree pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat. Slowly, its roots began to move, curling upward like the fingers of a giant hand. Rin froze, his flute slipping from his grasp. A voice, deep and resonant, echoed in his mind. "Why have you broken the silence?" I was curious," Rin stammered, though his lips did not move. The voice seemed to understand his thoughts. The elder tree sighed, a sound like rustling leaves and distant thunder. "Curiosity is a gift, young one, but it can also be a curse. Do you know what I guard?" Rin shook his head, trembling. "The silence keeps the darkness at bay," the tree explained. "Long ago, the shadows of this forest were not content to stay hidden. They sought to consume all light and life. I bound them beneath my roots, but they stir when the silence is broken." As if in response, a faint whispering rose from the ground, a chorus of voices, cold and hollow. Shadows began to creep from the base of the tree. Terrified, Rin cried, "I'm sorry! Please! I didn't mean to—" The elder tree's branches bent low, enveloping him in their shimmering glow. "Silence them, Rin. Play your flute once more. But this time, let your melody carry the light of your heart." With shaking hands, Rin picked up his flute and played. His notes were not perfect, but they were earnest, filled with hope and regret. The shadows recoiled, hissing as the melody pierced their darkness. Gradually, they sank back into the earth, and the forest grew still once more. When the final note faded, the elder tree spoke again. "Remember this night, child. The silence is not a burden, but a shield. Guard it well, for the forest depends on you." From that night on, Rin never questioned the rule of silence. He grew to be the village's guardian, teaching others to respect the elder tree and the delicate balance it maintained. And so, Ever Hollow continued to thrive, cradled in the heart of the forest, where silence and harmony kept the darkness at bay.